Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 14 of the MFL on EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Miami Dolphins.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his tight end long. Touchdown, Miami. Hunter Long, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll set up to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, the Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Throw left side complete. That's Parker. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle. So they're...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A first down carry for Henry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. To throw is Mahomes. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going. And points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long.
Today, from MetLife Stadium.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Come on, guys, let's go.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now. Well, I wish the staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Mayfield being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Baker Mayfield, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
74 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Cowboys, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Giants, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 14 of
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series.
Put that team on the front. Hey, hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
20.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
McCaffrey will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 36, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now it's Wilson.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
He'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to get it back here just past the 35. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
New England trying to get in place on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 124 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 34.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Pick it up. Pick it up. 57.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. On the ground, McCaffrey.
And he will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. Fourth down coming up as we reach the 2-minute warning.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish the... And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Pats are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the
Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 14 of the MFL on EA Sports.
Set. 18. 57. Here we go. Here we go. 57's the mic. Watch
Offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Watson now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 24 is the mic.
To the air yet again, Watson. Completes it to Austin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
24 is the mic.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Double dog. That's the way. 57. Mike, 57.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Set. 19. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Elliott. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now it's Hines.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Brady now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Brady. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry.
And the Colts are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Watson on first down.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
Here's Freiermuth again.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On first down, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Watson looks to throw again.
Pickens on the slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Watson.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Colts, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA.
Check, 45's the mic. Check, 45.
Fournette, a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Lions on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, here's Fournette, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Looking to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Smith has it.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
45, Mike, 45.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Braid.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. So give them the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
0-0, Mike free. It's our time.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Now back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Ready up. 45. Mike, 45.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Check. 45's the mic.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Sanders' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. A little over 80 ticks to go. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Come on. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw.
Finding Kelsey.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
If anyone ever has any doubt that tight ends are primary targets nowadays, just watch this play. He's back in the pocket, finds his guy, and they get a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, simple little completion out into the flat. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
Back to throw.
Finding Hardman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we've reached the 1 minute mark in this game. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check out.
They'll look to throw.
Trying to collect.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. He's back to throw.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range.
They're running it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
You ain't got nothing.
And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville,
Here we go, set, red, 38. Set, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is Cook with a grab.
Hurry.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Back to throw again.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it second down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
They're going to look to throw. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10 on 1st down, right back to Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Back to the ground with Hall.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages.
Garabay's kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 2, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
52 blue. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It fights him off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw.
Finding Pittman.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I got 15.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That's complete. It's Cook.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Check tight end. Check tight.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. minutes. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. One final shot they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Saints, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile,
today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Arizona Cardinals.
Ready. Blue 32. Mike 9. Mike 9. Ready, go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
12 more yards there and another first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Singletary. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Go. Ready, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Check, cut. Set, go.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Let's bring it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Squeeze, double. Hey, watch Sam. Check.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand. Eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Murray now. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
54 Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
36, 36.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ready, set. Mike, we're going 25 to Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. What? Go.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
60 red. 60 red.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
Today, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 14 of the MFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. 53.
Looking to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll look to throw here on first down.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me,
Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Over the middle, complete. It's Lucas.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly four-down territory.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a two-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
They'll try and run it in. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Hey, lady! Right there in the middle, 55. And let's pin the mirrors back and go for it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Stafford.
Let's go, D.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. They'll look to throw.
Pass caught by Hooper. And that's going to be a first down to the 30 as he's brought down inbounds.
He's back to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for L.A., they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks,
Tonight, from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's complete to Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen to throw once more. And Diggs has it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
2 times. Out. 3 down.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Now we've got a timeout for an injured player, and oh, this is certainly notable. That's Josh Allen, who's in some pain out there.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Now it's the backup Darnold. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Darnold now to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Right, 58, right there. Watch the out, watch the out.
Jackson now. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Alex Highsmith coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Exit. 58, boys. Finish it on. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Check. It's hot. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Again, Jackson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
It's hot. It's hot.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator,
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Allen and the Bills now. Down 28-24. Just over a minute 40 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Now Darnold.
Hey, we got a seal.
That's taken in by Knox. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Suck up for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to make it a two-score game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He completes it. They've got a first down. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
I know we don't like to admit it. We like to appear to be on top of every situation, but there's no way we expected that. They have the lead, and they pull the fake.
Well, I hit you on your leg under the table because I couldn't believe they were doing that. You're right, lead fourth quarter, but I guess they wanted a bigger cushion.
I guess so, but I guess maybe.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw.
That pass complete to Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. This is Anderson over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got to completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the posts. Go up 2 scores.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Quarterback, don't get it.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Defense, let's go. Mike 20. Mike, go. Mike 20. Too little.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Able to slither by. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Smith catches left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Double tight, double tight.
Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Sly on for the extra point.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 35's the mic. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
One more time with ETN.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now Washington down by 9. 1:50 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Here's Howell.
This is Smith with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gets this to Gibson.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
Escaping the pressure right.
Howell sliding down, and he picks up the 1st on that play.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Thomas brings it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
Howell to throw.
Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Howell.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Slide for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 2. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's capped off by half of what they needed. They got the late touchdown, could not secure the 2-point conversion, and this remains a 2-point game here in the closing stages.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Carolina, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.